Listen, I want you to know that it is way less stressful, less of a burden when you drop that heavy weight. Baby, when you drop what's not for you and you say, God, I'm giving this to you, and you literally leave it alone. You don't go peeking at it no more. You don't go checking up on it. You don't go trying to nitpick at it no more. You don't left it alone, and you don't pretty much forgot about the thing. And you operating in your higher self. Excuse me. When you learn how to do that, now I'm telling y'all this, but I am in the process of learning this. So I ain't became a master of it, but I'm becoming a master of it, and I'm determined to become a master of it. When you learn how to let that thing go, leave it there, and just go on about your merry way, baby, you have the best day, okay? And don't get me wrong, the enemy still gonna come. He's still gonna come trying to knock you off track. But you gotta meet them with love, baby. You gotta meet them with, okay. You gotta meet them with, I understand. You gotta meet them with, I love you. All right? And leave it at that. Ain't no arguing, baby. Ain't no back and forth. I'm feeling too good. All right? God done been way too good to me. And when he told me he was gonna take care of me, he told me that he was gonna take care of it. Baby, I trust my Father. All right? I don't know about y'all, but I put it in his hands for him to take care of it. It's so much lighter, I promise you, to not be walking around worried, to not be walking around stressed, to not be walking around depressed, to not be walking around feeling heavy and feeling like this big dark cloud is just hanging over your head, to be walking around and you meeting new people, you coming into contact with new people, you passing out your business cards to people because they love your energy, right? And they asking you questions about your business, about who you are, about what you do. It's like everything is just happening for you. Everything just comes together and works out for you because you're vibrating on a higher level, on a higher energy scope, you're like rising above all the chaos and confusion that's going on beneath you. It's like an eagle. All right, you rising above it. The eagle, and I learned this from my coach Latoya Okia. The eagle uses the storm to go higher, y'all. And I thought about it yesterday. I think it was yesterday or this morning, one of them. I thought about it. I'm like, when you're down, when you're feeling low, like with those negative emotions, or better yet, when you're around somebody with those heavy, dark, low emotions that's heavy on them, or they are open to the use of the enemy, to access to the enemy, when they're open, you know, like you can feel that heaviness from them. And when you get around them and it like starts to weigh on you. And if you connect to that person in any kind of way, you're going to start feeling it. And it's like on you now. And you be feeling down in the dumps. You wonder why you sad. You wonder why you depressed. You wonder why you feeling sluggish or lazy. You wonder why you don't want to go after the thing that you really want to go after. You wonder why you being disobedient to what God told you to do. You wonder why it feels like you're overthinking the process of you stepping into your purpose. You feel all low and down in the dumps. The enemy is going to keep throwing that negative stuff your way. It's going to be heavy that entire day. But when you just release, when you meditate, when you get in your word, when you journal, when you pray, when you worship, honey, all that goes away. Do you understand me? When you bring yourself back up here and you work so hard to get back up here, to fly above that storm, that dark, dirty, grimy storm down there with them chickens running and tucking their tail, you can rise above that, baby. That is power. Do you understand me? When you can go from sad to now you happy, now you good, now you feeling on top of the world. All right, you using that pain for purpose. You using that storm to push you into your purpose. You using the tricks and snares of the enemy to push you, to propel you into purpose. Oh, baby, you doing something now. Congratulations. Because you are a powerful being. That is the power and authority that God has given us. He has given us the power and authority to trample over serpents and scorpions. And when you realize the power that you have within you, baby, can't nobody come snatch that away from you. Can't nobody come tell you otherwise. Become a master at handing that thing over to God and leaving it alone. because you're going to feel so much better every single day. It's going to be hard. Yeah, it'd be tough for me. Every morning it'd be tough for me. But I have to snatch myself up out of that thing. I have to go in there in the shower and cry out, pray to God, get that thing up off me. All right? It just like, y'all, people that be on here speaking and telling y'all about this life stuff, about these situations, these life situations and how to get through stuff. Like, we go through stuff too. Y'all see, I be MIA. I've been going through it, honey. All right? I'm out here encouraging y'all, but the encourager need encouragement too. So, yes, I got a coach. Yes, I got a mentor. Yes, I got leadership. I'm finna head to church now with me and my children. I gotta have Christ in my life. If not, I would have been done pull all these little curls out my head. All on. Not missing down. Do you hear me? I am going through it. But I don't look like what I've been through, and I thank God for that. I don't look like what I'm going through, and I thank God for that. All right, but I'm going to still do what he told me to do. Yeah, I had to take a step back for a few days because, like, everything was just so chaotic, and I had to get my head on straight. My head still ain't on straight, hardly. But I'm getting there. All right, I'm getting back in the groove of things. Journaling consistently, in my word, crying out to God, speaking to him, operating out of love, regardless of what's going on outside of me. Because if I operate out of anything else, now my mind is clouded. Now my mind is chaotic. Now my mind is just all over the place, and I can't think straight. And if the enemy can get your mind, he got you, baby. So when you give that stuff over to God, when you give God all your problems and you don't go taking no peek at it, you don't go asking God about it no more, you just pray, leave it to him. You know, if it comes up in your mind, you give it to him again, keep giving it to him. When you do that, you feel so much lighter. I'm spitting. You feel so much lighter. You feel that burden just lift off of you. You feel like a feather. You feel like you're floating on cloud nine. You can think more clear. You can remember things. Your ideas just pop like this. Your creativity just flows. You start to meet new people. People who are on the same frequency, vibration, whatever you want to call it, energy level as you. People who iron sharpen iron. Those type of people. All right, y'all sharing knowledge with each other. I drive for Uber. So, you know, I meet all kind of people every single day. And sitting here, you know, having these conversations with these people, meeting these people, giving them my business cards, talking about what I got going on. They talking about what they got going on. They talking about how they can help me and blah, blah, blah. You're going to meet your people. But you got to rise above the storm like the eagles, baby. You got to use that storm to propel you into your purpose. You got to use that pain to push you into what it is that God wants you to do. You can't be scared. The enemy wants you down in the dumps because he wants your voice. The enemy wants to use anything he can. If he can't use you, he'll use anything and anybody that he can, that he has access to stop you, to block you from going after what it is that God has for you, from being obedient to what God told you to do. No, you got to go after that thing. You got to focus on the vision that God has given you for your life. Ask God, what is it? God, what? Show me the vision that you have for my life. Show it to me. You got to be able to meditate. You got to be able to sit still by yourself. You got to be okay with being by yourself. If you're not okay with being by yourself, it might be a little difficult for you to build a relationship with God if you ain't okay with being by yourself. And self-development and transformation, all that happened in the dark with God. It ain't no saying a little quick 2-minute prayer every day and going on about your business, reading the Bible out, and thinking that's just gonna sustain you or get you by. It ain't. It's more to that. It's more. Okay, yes, everybody's relationship with God look different, but it is more than that. Okay, you out here willy-nilly going whichever way the wind blow you. Like, we can't be operating like that. Get that thing to God. Because you out here confused, discombobulated, down in the dumps, dark cloud hanging over you, heavy. You ain't doing the thing that you want to do because you keep trying to do it on your own strength. You can't do it. Period. You can't. Give it to God. Let him take care of it. Trust him. All right? I love you.